So, let's talk about a sitcom, shall we? Wait, why you want to talk about a sitcom? Well, let's pull up the definition of a sitcom. Now, a sitcom. A situation comedy. Oh, it's just a situation comedy. Well, to me, right, it goes a little bit deeper than that. If the plot is interesting, original, or intriguing, or it could be also relatable as well, and it even goes deeper than that. Okay, tell me. Oh, just a little warning, right? We're not going to be pertaining to the larger side of sitcoms. No, we're going to be pertaining to the Nick and Disney sitcoms, the ones that fucking pander to kids a lot. Thundermans are the most overrated sitcom on Nick because they are the pinnacle and the start of this kind of style in Nickelodeon. Oh, let's go over the plot, shall we? So we basically have a family of 6 or 7, whatever you like to fucking call it, who is living in a house at Hiddenville, right? With the exception of trying to be a normal family while being a superhero family. There are like fucking 2 character developments, one before the Super Review episode and one after. So now, let's get started. As far as the personalities go, Phoebe, a super rocking and so much fun, or pathetically egotistical every time she tries to brag about how better she is at her own twin brother. Which again, then there's Max, and he turned from evil or evil phase or villain to good guy, troublemaker. It makes weird sense. Then we have fucking the depressing fat dad. Then we have the only normal character in here, the idiot, and the youngest girl out here. And then we have the other youngest girl. Our flaws and good things about every sitcom and TV show. Now, we're gonna look through the flaws. Now, there are flaws from every different direction. For example, there's one thing that it bugs me so much that I just want to talk about it. The first thing, stop abusing the laugh track. They just say it in every sentence. Just watch this.
2 of you? 1 of you?
We got a cabaret gig in Vegas.
Awesome! I thought we were just practicing for our school talent show tonight.
I calculated how many times the laugh track continue on the episode. Phoebe, a clone now, and I counted around 2 minutes and 39 seconds, and I got to around 20 laugh tracks at around that time. 20, just 20. You don't need that much. You really don't. And also, we just see the basic generic level content in this. We just see the typical family, the typical life, the typical everything. The acts are so generic. I just don't get it. It's just teen pandering, generic bullshit that makes, well, obviously sense to a teen, but not sense to me. When there's flaws, there's also good with the shows as well. Max, he's probably my most interestingly favorite character, mainly because he's different from all the other characters. And I know some of you are gonna be saying, wait, he's different, so he's interesting all of a sudden? What about Phoebe? She's always good. I mean, the one thing about her is that she's such a fucking bland character. Why do I care so much about the same fucking people, the same things, the same idol? Somewhat we need a different fucking person, a different opinion. And that's why Max comes in as an interesting character, someone who is more in the lines of influence by a supervillain. That's why I like Max. The progression level into the show, that it goes somewhere, that it's always having something to change for once. And it's not just bringing us some, oh, it's this and it goes like that, right? It can change characters in and out, and it tries to make them seem a lot fucking better. Like, for example, a new character came along in the birth of a new hero. And also, the Secrets Review episode, Max turned from a evil villain and had to make a choice. And that sort of felt interesting for once. It felt like he was out of his comfort zone. I was like, and I have to admit, it's sort of going somewhere. And even Troubled Paradise, which is meant to be an action, I haven't watched it yet, but see why not. So I'll give the show a 6 out of 10, a very average score at best. Not too bad and not too good, just at the level of kind of mediocre. Danger is probably like my least favorite show. And well, before you gonna say, oh, you're repeating this from another TV reviewer, mainly I'm going to stop going with like the stuff I've seen and go a bit wild. My personal experience with the fucking show, my personal opinion about it, and why it's just my least favorite. It has just embodiment of idiotic, retarded, just bullshit. So let's get started. So let's start off with the name, shall we? Awful town name, awful superhero name, awful store names, just garbage in general. Least favorite character, Ray Manchester or Captain Man. You know what? Let me go on a fucking tangent because this name is so subliminally bad to me. I just want to talk about it. So basically, it doesn't even catch a bell to me. It's just so fucking lazy. I mean, you look at Superman. He has superpowers. Batman, he's, well, qualities of a bat. Spider-Man, qualities of a spider. Thor, he's named after a fucking god. Hulk, when you say his name very fucking deeply, you're like, Hulk. It just sounds intriguing. And even fucking Iron Man, Man of Steel. Captain Man, his only fucking power is invincibility. I don't get it. What the fuck? It doesn't ring a bell. It doesn't make me anyone intrigued about him. It's just a fucking name. Absolute garbage. Okay, that's my tension over. Ray Manchester is like my least favorite character out of all the fucking show. Every single character is not as bad as this guy. He's just arrogant. He tries to proclaim his own fucking ego. He's like, hey guys, I'm the greatest superhero ever. Please like me. I only protect one city that probably looks like a bootleg version of Hollywood. Nah, I'm the greatest superhero ever. Which to me is just so bloody egotistical. He's just an asshole. Everything that comes out of this man's mouth is either something proclaiming that he just loves something. He's like, I love this girl, I love this guy. Loving someone's mother that's already been married. Or just proclaiming that he's the best superhero ever. Or also, that he makes some stupid ass shit going around there. And he's not funny. My favorite character is Charlotte. Mainly because she points out the idiotic, retarded bullshit with these fucking morons. When the stupid stuff she says, she has to be sarcastic, which is kind of funny. So yeah, she is my favorite character. And also, the same criticism I gave to the Thundermans is that they also need to stop abusing the laugh tracks. It's actually more fucking annoying here than in the Thundermans. So yeah, the good things about the show. Well, the only thing I can tell about the show is nothing. I told you the only good thing about it is Charlotte, and that's really fucking it. And honestly though, I'll give the show a 2 out of 10 because it's just that awful. One thing I want to add, right? This is the same fucking studios who actually made 2 of my favorite sitcoms, Drake and Josh and iCarly. Shows how much I can lose respect for them if making such a show that is painfully awful, like Henry Danger. Now, Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Dawn is pretty much a show, I have to say right now, it's fucking bland as shit. I don't care about the story, I don't care about the characters. Jesus Christ. If I was to say I have a favorite character, I'd say Nicky, but barely. He surpasses the others. But he's mainly enough, he's kind of charming. But again, I feel like the show is kind of forgettable with the tacky jokes, the same fucking laugh track system that we keep adapting to this fucking awful generation of sitcoms. And you know what? Just to be generous about it, I'll give it a 1 out of 10. I was probably just gonna give it no score and just say it's just fucking garbage. But you know what? It gets a 1 out of 10. That's better. In my opinion, 100 Things to Do Before High School is probably like the most underrated show I ever seen. It only had fucking 2 seasons worth, and then it was cancelled, never to be seen much again. Now, I was wondering, it's not such a bad show, in my opinion. It's better than your average plain stupid fucking Henry Danger and your perfectly bland Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Donn. I see no problem with that. Now, again, as much as I say before, it's about 3 friends trying to do a lot of things before high school. Basically mean like doing kinds of adventures like, let's say, sneaking into a principal's office or something like that. Having a lot of really cool adventures. And the characters are not that bad either, I have to say. It's not just that stereotypical, oh, there's a smart character, the main character, an idiotic character. No. Honestly, if I was to rate this show right now, I would just give it a 7 out of 10 at best. Oh, that Disney Channel flow. Yeah, Bizarre, like, yeah, let me think about that show. It was fucking awful when I first saw it. All I wanted to do, right, was make fun of Jake. I don't want to do that. All I want to do is make fun of fucking Jake and his appalling acting skills. And I was just laughing at my ass. So when I first saw him, when I first saw the character of an idiot, I really don't care about the characters when I first watched them. I was just like, fuck it. Let's see if Jake Paul is in his fucking video. And honestly, it's just basic level generic garbage. Jesus Christ. A fucking cool principal. Who fucking cares? She said I love to be called Karen, not principal. What? That's being retarded. She said she has an indoor Wi-Fi which no one cares about. She has a gossip board. What? Are you that fucking mental? This show is awful. I'm just gonna laugh. Jake Paul is so fucking awful. I give him a score of 1.1 out of fucking a million, because he's just that awful. Oh my god, Jesse is just fucking annoying as fuck. You just know the characters are just so blatantly stupid. Jesus. It's just that generic, average level of the garbage known as Jesse. Because the kids just act like the same old kids, nothing interesting about them. Just like, oh, we're like happy play kids. And also, right, they made a new series called Bunked, which is even as awful as Jesse itself. So I'm not finding an interest in watching Jesse and then watching their sequel where they only include a few other characters in there. Then we have the many tacky jokes in there, and even their tacky, and very, very tacky way they level their fucking laugh tracks. If I was to rate this show, I'll just give it a 0.1 out of 10. It's just that bad enough as it is. Just like the same stuff I gave for Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Donn, it's that same bland that I don't care about. Again, why would I care about? The concept seems like fucking Mission Impossible, right? But then you actually look at the fucking show, it doesn't seem like that. It just seems like the average generic, I don't give two shits, and it's the same as the Thundermans. It's just, we're keeping a secret, guys. Oh, we're spies. We have to keep a secret from the rest of the people. Who fucking cares? We see this like 90 fucking times. Why is this thinking like this is the next thing that is for sitcoms? The same act of generic bullshit. And now, again, I don't find the characters entertaining that much. I don't find any of the characters entertaining, not even the robot girl. And I'll just give this scurry of a show the same score I gave to Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. Now, Girl Meets World is a kind of interesting kind of sitcom where a girl who is trying to live her a life, trying to figure out the world around her. She's pretty much the same as Boy Meets World, and I like that. It's not somewhat dull, the comedy is not somewhat tacky, and it relies heavily on that interesting fact that she's trying to live a kind of normal life. And I have to admit, the characters are not that bad either. And this is the part about it. I like this sitcom. Unlike the other ones, like I Didn't Do It, where generic fucking troublemakers say, I didn't do this bullshit. I didn't do this kind of shit. Retards. So yeah, this one I had a lot of pet pals for this fucking show. And the score I'll give it is around an 8 out of 10. It's a pretty fucking good show. So that was it for the first video on the In General Topic series. Well, I just basically go on an opinion on a general fucking topic, largely spread about something very large on YouTube. And I'm very sorry if this is taking way too fucking long. I was like 3 days busy with some bullshit. And yeah, I didn't have much time to actually record and edit. So yeah. And also sorry for like all the rambling and all the audio problems with that. Yes, I am literally recording this at the fucking night and I'm having fucking issues. So anyways guys, hope you enjoyed. Description and peace.
'Cause I get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs as they tried to teach me how to dance. A foxtrot above my head, a sock hop beneath my bed, a disco ball is just hanging by a thread.